What if I told you that the Etsy shops that will explode in 2026 are being built right now by sellers who are quietly flying under the radar with trends that most people have not even seen coming? Today, I'm going to bring you 7 unsaturated trends that will be exploding on Etsy in 2026. These are new trends that have not yet made it to the Etsy platform. Most sellers are still chasing 2023 trends, boho rainbows, that groovy in my era font style. And that's why some of these shops are stuck at 5 sales a week instead of 5 sales a day. Understanding trends before they hit the Etsy platform gives you a huge competitive advantage. And I've coached thousands of students through Etsy growth, and the ones that get to $10,000 a month consistently, they didn't go viral or get lucky. They simply spotted the shift in buying behavior early and leaned into it. So let's jump into these 7 trends that I think will explode on Etsy in 2026. Trend number 1 is with florals. This is the new way to do florals, and it will stop the scroll. And this trend is dark backgrounds with florals on top. And contrast here is going to get the click. Let's go through some examples. Here's a great example of this like deep green aqua color. An example of even a true black. You can see the green and kind of that nude blush pops really nicely. We see that happening in a strong way with Rifle Paper Company. But instead of doing light backgrounds with colorful florals, we're doing dark backgrounds with florals. I love this example because it doesn't just need to be florals, it could be greenery as well. And there's so many types of greenery. Think about greenery like you think about flowers. There's so many different types. So combine them together. Here's another example with kind of a deep, deep background with kind of like more of a floral inspired print. This one is great with apparel, deep background, lots of florals on top that really stand out. We're even seeing it with browns and blacks together, seeing it all over bedding, in curtains and rugs. We're seeing it in blankets. Blankets are huge. People would not have put these colors together 18 months ago. They sure are now. If you are doing digital, you could do this with desktop wallpapers, greeting cards, social media templates, print on demand, again with the all over prints, wallpaper, wrapping paper, canvas prints, planners, stationery, bedding, curtains, shower curtains, rugs, you name it. With handmade, if you're doing any vinyl, we love to see pops of the floral vinyl on darker backgrounds. Could even be a dark stained wood. You could do this with wall hangings. You could do this with gift boxes. The options are endless. And remember, a little tip here to add some movement in between the florals with vines and curved stems. That's a great touch. The next trend is an animal you might not have thought about in a while. And this is the deer print trend. So this is a collision between woodland and boho. So think whimsical, peaceful, nostalgic. Think of Bambi. So here's some examples. We're seeing this come out on totes. We're seeing actual physical deer on toile wallpaper. We're seeing deer print on jackets. We're seeing it on blankets. Now there's different varying saturations with the brown versus the white. You can definitely have fun with that. This is a more subtle look, or brown than white, but again, that kind of deep brown. It's essentially a neutral print. Again, with towels, you could do this with kitchen towels, tea towels, bath towels, beach towels. We're seeing that with pants. And this is not like the antlers. We're really focused on the print, their coat, and what the fur looks like. With digital, you could totally get into nursery wall art here. You could get into baby shower invites, milestone cards with this print, even as a background. With print on demand, I love this for kids apparel, swaddle blankets, decor. In the handmade category, you could get into really cool embroidery hoops with this. You could do any type of embroidery with this, actually. Felt animal garlands, maybe wood cut ornaments, an engraved print to kind of go with that. This next trend is my favorite. And we're seeing this in apparel. We're seeing this in home. We're seeing this in giftables. We're seeing this everywhere. And this is two-tone browns. And that is why I'm wearing this shirt today. Brown is the new black. We went from black to then tan and beige to now deep browns and really varying shades of browns. And if you can combine shades of browns together, even better. So think about warm tan combined with deep espresso. That is both elevated and earthy. And we're not combining brown with pure white. Any lightness that you want to combine with brown, you want to have some warmth to it. So it's all about those warm, cozy tones. So you see that here with the horse motifs, which we're seeing a lot of. You can see this one's a great example, combining more of kind of a chestnut brown with more of a coffee and then the cream. We're seeing more of a two-tone brown look, very, very warm, definitely a more orangey undertone, but that kind of combination of the thread against the velvet. We're seeing brown as a great neutral that's mixed into different color schemes. So they're mixing in pinks and corals with tan and that chestnut brown. We're seeing this a lot with animal prints. We're seeing a lot of deeper, cooler browns here. We're seeing it with drinkware with the checker pattern. So gingham, checker, stripes, two-tone browns. Definitely try that out. Here we see it also with mixed materials. So leather with a more traditional fabric. We see again here with mixed materials, brown ribbon with brown fur. Think about mixing textures, mixing shades, and mixing materials when you're doing browns. Here we see it with kind of a cream and a really extra chocolatey hot chocolate. And you'll notice they did not put white with this. We do not want to put white, stark white with browns. So in digital, you could do very minimalist planners. You could do two-tone brown wedding set, stationery, invitation signage. You could do brand kits, neutral brand kits. I think that would be great. Website templates, print on demand. You could do kind of brown toned art prints since this is making its way into home decor. You could do this with apparel for sure. Think about how the sand sweatshirts took off. Now do that with the deeper chocolate brown color with Gildan. You could do that with the browns with comfort colors. There's so many good options. Think about brown bases when you're doing print on demand. And with handmade, I love the idea of incorporating brown leathers. So brown leathers are great for engraving. They're great for creating heirloom quality items. You could do browns within your pottery. You could also incorporate browns through different packaging elements. So instead of doing white or yellow crinkle paper in your gift boxes, maybe you are doing a deep brown paper that will make things look much more elevated, but no more black. All right, the next trend is very playful and incredibly profitable, and it is the dogs on things trend. Okay, very creative name for that, right? Dogs on things. Some examples here. We're seeing this in so many unconventional places. You can see the dog here with the tongue out as a cuff. We're seeing beaded dogs on things. We're seeing sculptures, very neutral in color though. We're not seeing a ton of bright colors. We're seeing ornaments, glass. We're seeing, again, very traditional color dogs, but an all over print. So you could do that with bedding. You could do it with shower curtains. You could do it with kitchen towels. You could do that with wrapping paper, wallpaper, kind of a funny combination of the dachshund is one we're seeing a lot of, by the way. We see that incorporated into holiday themed items. Again, holiday themed items, holiday themed dachshunds. Again, a dachshund skiing. We're seeing it in golds with small colored accents. We're seeing it with drinkware, and it could be very subtle, just like that one was. You can see even bag charms. You can see bookends, keychains, beaded purses. So with digital, you could do printable pet portraits, breeds. You could do breed-specific clip art. You could do bundles of clip art. You could do calendars. With print on demand, I love this for mugs, t-shirts with all over prints, wrapping paper, wallpaper, bandanas. But think about things that can give an all over print. With handmade, you could do keychains, leash hooks, plush toys. You could do ceramics. You could do bookends. Think about functional items and incorporating dogs into it. An SEO play here, just don't forget that you want to be very specific with long tail keywords when it comes to the breed. So instead of dog planner, think of dachshund planner, or instead of dog mug, think of golden retriever mug. All right, this next trend is tiny, it's luxurious, and it is making a major comeback. And this trend is brooches. Brooches, however you want to say it. Brooches are a quiet luxury, and not just traditionally placed on a jacket, but we see them placed even on other leather items like boots. Here's a great example, a brooch that's turned into a boot charm. We see brooches all over bags, so collections of brooches, not just one statement, but a full gallery wall of brooches on a tote. We see different shapes of brooches. We see paper clip brooches, so very simple ones with different charms on them. Lots of bling happening, lots of beaded brooches happening, more of a charm chain brooch as well. The bumblebee brooches, which is a trend we saw last year. Owls, we're actually seeing a lot of owls right now. Lobsters, we saw tons of crustaceans over the summer. You would have noticed that when we talked about summer trends, but we're seeing that kind of come into the brooch trend. So if you're doing digital, think about vintage brooch illustrations, printable gift cards, things like that. Print on demand, you could do brooch themed art. on totes or cards or pillows or blankets. I would tie it into that kind of vintage trend as well. In the handmade category, you can make brooches with resin, enamel, clay, beads, luxurious packaging. You could buy brooches that are almost completed and make small adjustments to them. Target gifting occasions like Mother's Day, Teacher Appreciation Day. This is a great price point that you can do for those types of occasions. Now, this next trend is fascinating, and it speaks to minimalist buyers in a very loud way. And this is hand-drawn lines and vertical stripes. No more perfect stripes, no more perfect lines, no more clean edges. The new stripe for 2026 is very custom and artistic. Here's a great example from Lulu in Georgia. You can see that kind of imperfect stripe look. We see that a lot on ceramics, by the way, a lot on ceramics. We incorporate the imperfect lines into plaids. We're seeing it with stoneware. We're seeing that with trinket trays. We're seeing it with towels and wallpaper, even on quilts. So see, it's not a perfect stripe. So that kind of imperfect line is really, really key. And it looks almost hand painted. And again, right, some of these are at an angle, they're kind of curved. And this is a great time if you do anything crochet to kind of start incorporating that into your designs. So if you're doing digital, think about doing line art packs, maybe abstract patterns or social media post templates. Incorporate this into some of your digital stationery. If you're doing print on demand, think about your prints that you're putting on notebooks or stickers or apparel. I love this for print on demand home decor. Tea towels, bath towels, beach towels, print on demand quilts. I could see this being a great play with rugs and blankets. And then in the handmade category, this is your time to not tape your lines off. Think about painted canvases, striped pottery, embroidery lines. All of those are great ways to implement this. Now, the final trend is actually one of my biggest fears. No, it's not snakes. No, it's not spiders. It's actually birds. Yes, I'm scared of birds. And this bird trend is happening in a way that I haven't seen it before. Last spring, we saw a trend with tropical birds, but now we're actually seeing this with more birds you'd see in the Midwest, like water birds. I'm talking about like ducks, herons and cranes and egrets, and even like songbirds and even chickens. We're seeing this with ornaments within wallpaper, combining it with other animals, dish towels, like that would be a great tea towel. Again, like the dogs though, we're naming the breeds. We see that even like bird-shaped things such as pencil pouches, duck spreaders, right? We're combining that with browns, salt and pepper shakers. We're seeing that with curtain tiebacks, so very functional items. Definitely incorporate it into wallpaper. I would love to see that in wrapping paper as well. Definitely great for embroidery, pillows, right? Needlepoint, putting it onto apparel. Again, with the ducks flying, putting it on a kind of plaid or gingham background. With the bag charm trend, you can incorporate it there. Again, with small embroidery, see how understated that is? And it's also incorporating the two-tone brown look. And then with wall art, so you could start to incorporate this into some of your digital wall art on totes. Right here, it's more of a subtle accent. Love the combined gingham handles there. So if you're doing digital, you could definitely do collections of PNGs and SVGs. You could do unique art prints, print on demand. You could do apparel, nursery wall art, pillowcases. You could do blankets, back prints on oversized sweatshirts. That would be cool. In the handmade category, consider just incorporating elements of this into maybe watercolor prints or embroidery or wall hangings. It can be as loud or as subtle as you want. So here's the catch. Trends only work if your listings are actually getting found. And if your products aren't showing up on page one, then the trends won't even matter. So if you feel like right now you're getting these bits and pieces from YouTube videos, but you really need a cohesive strategy, I would love to invite you to my next free workshop where I actually give you a full cohesive lesson and training on actions to be taking in your shop. We'll put the QR code on the screen. And if you enjoyed this video on the top trends for Etsy, please subscribe to the channel because I have a lot more trend videos in the pipeline and I want you to be notified.